I saw Drag Week as, you know, you're driving from there to there, not really realising how big America is. So there we are in a foreign country. To be honest, I didn't even know what state I was in, where I was, which direction. We got no GPS. I got a friend just outside LA. That was the only person I knew in America. And, you know, I'd got the parts in my van, me and Deb. That was it.
Imagine coming from another continent to run Hot Rod Drag Week, where we run 5 different drag races in 5 days and drive 1,400 miles along the way.
This is someone who put an incredible amount of effort to actually be here. This is someone who really gets what we do. Someone who has heroes here that he was dying to meet, and who had him cracking up the whole time, despite the fact that no one can understand a word he's saying. So let's bring up, all the way from England, Wacky Mick Wilkes.
My full name is Mick Wilkes. I'm from England, smack bang in the middle, called the West Midlands. I decided a few years ago to try and enter Hot Rod Drag Week. My vehicle is a 1978 Vauxhall Viva van, or Bedford Viva van. Vauxhall is the UK name of General Motors. The vans were originally designed in 65, 66. Mainly were used by government for post office, railways, army, things like that. But also public people had them as well. The engine and transmission that I've now transplanted into the van, it's the predecessor to the 2-litre Ecotec that you run in your GM cars over here in the US, in like the Cobalt and cars like that. Originally the engine was a front wheel drive engine, and we've swung it round to drive the rear wheels, which then transfers through a custom built T5 transmission and then through into a narrowed Ford 9-inch rear end through to some little 13-inch wheels and tyres. I run a Precision Turbo. It's a 62, and at the moment we're running about 28 PSI. Last time it was dynoed at about 435 at the wheels without the nitrous, and then with a 50 hit of nitrous it was making just shy of 500 at the wheels. My car, to be honest, has surprised me, because originally when we were coming out, the boat got called a week early. So we lost a week of prep work on the car. We shipped the van into Galveston in Texas. We then drove 600 miles up to Oklahoma to Tulsa for the first round of drag racing.
On the very first day, I saw Mick there with his van and hung out and talked to him for a while. And I don't know, it's a 4-cylinder with a turbo. It's a freak show. I didn't really know what it was, but it's just so cool. He built it with his own 2 hands, a lot of ingenuity.
I was expecting it to break down every 10 feet, literally. The suspension works to put the tyres into the ground very hard, which then caused me massive tyre shake on my first proper pass, which broke the turbo.
You know, Mick got some help himself on the road. Jeff Lutz welded his turbo housing.
But after that, now, I topped it up with oil, because it does use a bit of oil because of the clearances on pistons, and basically I put fuel in it, and I think for the full 1,400 mile I did nothing else except fix American cars for other people.
Drag Week veterans know about the Spirit of Drag Week Award, and many of them will walk up to us and give suggestions throughout the week. And constantly in 2012, everybody was coming up and saying, dude, you gotta go check out the Spinal Tap guy. You gotta go look at the Englishman. You gotta go look at that dude with the little van. He's helping everyone. The guy is hilarious, and he really just is doing Drag Week the right way.
I see a racer at the track broke, I'll try and help. It's just, that's me, that's what I do, you know, it's, somebody's broke down at the side of the road, half the time I'll stop at a garage or whatever, I'll try and help them. It's nothing I don't do out of the ordinary.
Yeah, Drag Week was waiting at the side of the road for Mick, because he was helping everybody. It was tiring. I've took some photographs of him talking, just them all standing there talking, looking at engines as usual. But yeah, he was sitting in the car with no aircon as well.
I didn't realise how long I would be driving without a break, and just the lack of sleep. You know, it's to a point where it's, you know, it's crazy dangerous, but it's so much fun.
So with all that input we got from all of these people and all the times we saw him helping people at the side of the road and in the pits, it was unanimous. Wacky was the Spirit of Drag Week guy for 2012.
When they actually said I'd won Spirit of Drag Week, you know, I thought they were joking at first. I think even before I'd even got to the stage, the tears were running down my face. You know, I just couldn't believe.
Spirit of Drag Week means the world to him, I should think. Yeah, he's really proud. He's probably up there somewhere, and he'll probably float down back when he gets back to England.
After they had landed and driven 600 miles to Drag Week, then driven 1,400 miles at Drag Week, they packed up that little van and hit the road for Route 66, all the way to the finish.
I've made so many friends and so many people made me feel welcome. You know, that's why I put the little thing on the bottom of the van. I just can't thank all of you enough, and I'm just absolutely blown away. This is like the bestest thing I've ever done. Like Deb said, and I've said to a lot of people, it's the worst thing we've ever done, but I guarantee it's the best thing we've ever done.